So, I gotta ask, um, what were your first thoughts slash impressions of meeting and working with Evan Courageous?
Evan, me and
Yeah.
Evan, like, we hit it off pretty good, like, because Evan's,
He's a Carolina
smooth,
guy, right?
Carolina guy,
Yeah.
laid back, real smooth dude. Our personalities a lot alike. He was, at first, like, he had been on soap operas and stuff like that, so like.
Mm-hmm.
He had this Hollywood, I guess, like style about him, like
Yeah.
as far as the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And I know at times like him and Shane would butt heads here and there, just because like they're two different personalities.
Yeah.
And but Evan, he was there and he had experienced like the political part of WCW.
Yeah.
So like he, me, I didn't know what politics were in wrestling. Like me, I was just. I love wrestling. Like this is what I do. It's
Yeah.
my passion. It's my dream.
Yeah.
Like I never even thought about the politics side of it.
Yeah.
But Evan had already kind of got introduced to that, and then Shane was probably more aware of that stuff.
Yep.
So it was easier for me to get along with him because I didn't give a shit about politics.
Yeah.
I was just there to do my job.
Yeah.
And but yeah, man, like we had a good time right off the
Yeah.
bat, and like he was open to,
Yeah.
he was doing the stuff with Medusa,
Mm-hmm.
and his, I guess, friends with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
And like he made the best of it.
Yeah.
Man. But him and Shane, they butted heads over
Yeah.
the front man position. I think like who was gonna be the front man of the
Like
the
a
boy
real band.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a real band.
So like they, because Jimmy, man, like 3 Count, the vision that Jimmy had for 3 Count was like we were gonna sell arenas out, like singing,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a shoot real singing group, and like me, like this is what my vision was for me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a boy band, like so
Yeah.
Jimmy, and I'm like, well, I don't know, Jimmy, like, man, like I want to be a rock and roll star, like
He's like, who the hell is Slipknot?
yeah, yeah, and but he had, he wanted us to be this pop band. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. He's like, the women, they're gonna like you, the men's gonna hate you, and like we're gonna sell arenas out. And we actually did like a couple of mall shows.
Yeah.
Where like these bad songs and like like I never learned the dances either. Shane, like I learned like the first 3 steps of it.
Yeah.
And like the Nitro girls were trying to rehearse with us and stuff. And
Yeah.
Shane would always be like, dude, when are you gonna learn to dance? Like every time like I watch Nitro back, it's like me and Evan, like we're all in sync, and then
Yeah.
we look over at you and you're over there like doing some
Yeah.
awkward like just. And I'm like, dude, I
Yeah.
can't dance. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So like if you go back and you watch the videos, you
Yeah.
always see me like just doing this.
You were being a good heel.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
what you were
just-
doing.
yeah,
That's
not knowing,
working,
yeah.
bro. I
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
know
like,
that
dude, I
dance.
don't know. I'm just ripping it up over here.
Meanwhile,
like,
Shane's like, hell
yeah,
yeah.
just doing the running man and some crazy stuff, the
Yeah.
windmill, and
Yeah.
so like that was always something like that we would laugh about.
Did they send you guys to spring break or something once? Is
Dude,
this-
we were probably the first guys with a tour bus.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
in the tour bus
that's-
craze. Like,
okay.
Everybody's got tour buses now, top guys, like in
Yeah.
WWE and stuff. And we
Yeah.
always joke because we're like, dude, 3 Count had a tour bus. And we did for about 6 to 8 months. What a sweet deal. Like, our job was basically, our tour bus had our pictures on it. With the night, had a couple of Nitro.
Yeah.
Or it was us holding, like, Baby Spice
Yeah.
on a surfboard together.
Yeah,
3 Count and Baby Spice.
Yeah.
And so we started like 6 months before
Yeah.
the spring breakout 2000 in South Padre Island, and our job was basically go from college to college, from like New York down around
Yeah.
the East Coast,
Yeah.
all the way into South Padre Island, leading up to that.
Yeah.
And our contracts, like we got a guaranteed pay, and anything over 100 days, like we get an extra like $1,500 a day for.
Yeah.
So like we nailed that 100 days quick, and then
Yeah.
it was leading into that spring breakout tour.
Yeah.
So like we were on the road every day,
Yeah.
like in our tour bus, like
Yeah.
going from college to college with Ricky Rackman,
Yeah, from MTV.
and it was literally, man, like we got paid to party at every college, basically, and it would literally be probably 10 minutes of video footage, and then they would just film the party, like.
Yeah.
But with us, it would just be like, like Ricky would open it up like, it's Ricky Rackman. I'm here with 3 Count, and we're at UNC Chapel Hill, and we're heading to spring breakout 2000 at South Padre Island. So join us. We're here having fun. And it'd just be a bunch of girls like trying to show their boobs and like party. They was all drunk, and like then they'd cut the cameras off, and it was just us just partying with all the college girls. And oh, you guys can we get on your tour bus? Say, hey, come on.
What a man.
Yeah, so like it was just nonstop, just chaos, man. Like,
brother, you have had such an interesting life.
Yeah.
You're 21 at this point when this shit is going on, and your last 10 years of your life at this point have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's been nuts.
God.
Man. Like the money, just like. It was, and I couldn't rent rental cars neither. So like my deal, like I was too young to rent rental cars, and I remember, so I went to JJ, and I'm like, hey man, like they won't give me rental cars. Like, what do I do? And he's like, oh, we'll just pay for them, and we can rent them. You can pick them up then. Yeah. So they started paying for my rental car. So good money, like all my hotels and stuff were paid for, and like rental cars, like it was. I was living life, man. It was like, whoa, like this is amazing.